Hi, this is Paul Lawson, and I'm just going to go through 5 bed student housing best practices in Loughborough. So, if you're going to go to Loughborough University or you're students here and you're looking to certainly hook up with 5 other students and have a good time, then I suggest you listen to my advice because I could save you a lot of heartache. Okay, so I'm just going to go through my own experiences and something that I think is going to be really valuable for you when you're choosing houses, particularly if you're going over 4, 5, 6 bedroom housing. I really want to share my experiences and my 10 top tips for you to make sure that you have your best possible living conditions in your house. Okay, moving on. First thing is check your room sizes and your rent per week. It's really, really important because often in Loughborough you tend to have lots of houses which are the old style Victorian ones in the Golden Triangle, which you have the convenience of being local to town and the university, but space is very, very limited. I'd say they're best for 3 people at best because you tend to have not equal sized rooms, and if you're going to have 5 people, you want to make sure that you're getting a fair deal in each room. Otherwise, you're just going to get arguments, and really the rent per week should adjust to the size of the rooms as well. So make sure you do that. Number 2, this is really important. Some people overlook this, but is there enough space, not just for the tenants, but guests as well? We're all students. We like to party, and we're always going to have people around to check out your room and stuff like that. So, make sure you got plenty of space. And generally, like I say, converted houses where you got, coming to it in a second, where you got 1 bedroom downstairs, which is normally the reception room, is really going to get cramped. So, you don't think about these things right now, but it's really important. And when you're choosing a good house, make sure you got plenty of living space. It makes your whole life a lot easier. Do you have 24/7 maintenance? 5 people in a house, 6 people in a house, things are going to go wrong, okay? Because the shower is going to get hammered. Maybe, if we're all good students, which we're not, you're going to get, possibly 5 showers a day, maybe even more, okay? And if people stay over, even more again. And toilets going to get blocked, so sinks are going to leak, washing machines are going to bust. You need to have 24-hour maintenance, okay? And that's really, really important. So I can't stress that enough. Make sure that's part of the deal. Have you got space for cars? Okay. I don't know one student that hasn't got some facility of a car. Okay, because I'm in between America and England, so I particularly don't have a car. But people I stay with, if you're having 5 or 6 guys in a car in a house, you're guaranteed one person is going to have a car. So what I'm saying about that is you want to have a house that's got some space for off-street parking. You just do for safety reasons, and you don't want to be paying out and getting permits and stuff. It's just a real hassle. And the other thing is you want to really make sure that you got I was gonna say with the car park spaces. It's good to know that if you got people that got cars, then you're not really you're not really reliable on where the house is. So some great houses may be very local to the university or town, but some of the better houses are a little bit further out. So if you got people that got cars, hook up with them, and you really don't need to worry about where the house is. This is really important. Are your bills including rent? In Loughborough, the going rate tends to be from about 65, 70 pounds upwards, and generally they do have bills included. So it's just something to bear in mind because when you're having 5, 6 people in a house, no one's going to take responsibility of the bills. It's just an absolute nightmare. I stayed a couple of times, and it was just like torture getting people to chip in and pay for the bills. So get your bills included in the rent from the landlord. Miles better, and you're going to have much less hassle. And generally, you can get good deals in Loughborough now. You can get TV, cable, Wi-Fi, council tax. You'll be exempt from that anyway, but you can get a good deal from about 65, 70 pound a week in Loughborough, which is really good value. This is really important. You've got space to party, okay? You got to party, man. This is Loughborough. This is a student house. You're gonna have lots of people around. You're gonna have lots of beers. Why have a house for 4 or 5 people where you're on top of each other? You got no communal space. You got like a kitchen diner, and you got like a little table. That to me is like living back in Hull, you know, where you got like 12 people in a little block in your rooms in Hull. I mean, I couldn't stand that. So the whole point of having a good student house is having lots of space. Okay, so make sure you got plenty of space to party, and you're gonna have a great time. Are there 5 dedicated bedrooms? Okay, this really gripes me. Like the Victorian style terrace houses in Loughborough in the Golden Triangle, they are all converted front bedrooms. Oh, well, 99% of them are. You'll walk in literally off the street into someone's bedroom, and normally that room is it gets all the posts, and you gotta get signs up there. Don't knock before 9 and all this stuff, and you're gonna have a really tight space because you're gonna have a lounge in the middle which connects to the kitchen, and generally it's a square, smallish room with 2 sofas in. It's just not nice living conditions. Okay, so with 5 dedicated bedrooms, you're gonna have a dedicated communal lounge, and a big kitchen, which is really important because 5 guys, some people are gonna have friends around. You're gonna have at least 50% of the time there's gonna be half the house is gonna be around at the same time cooking. You know, so with the large kitchen, make sure you got a huge larder fridge. Okay, because I stayed in a house 5 people, and we just had this tiny, you know, those fridges that go under the you know, the sink unit or whatever, and trying to get 5 people's food in there. I mean, come on, ridiculous. Okay, so large kitchen, 5 dedicated bedrooms, and dedicated lounge. Now, this may sound a little bit of a nice house here, but trust me, they are out there, and they are of good value for money, and you can get them. Okay. And you're not going to get this kind of a house in the Golden Triangle. You're just not. You might get a few off the main, not terrace houses, but in the same area, more of the semi-detached or like a detached house in the general area. But and those are, you know, nicer houses. I mean, charge you more. But if you look around, more modern houses outside of Golden Triangle, get a separate lounge that's good enough for all the people in there, separate kitchen, 5 dedicated bedrooms. You're going to have a lovely experience renting out a 5-bedroom house. And obviously, this goes without saying, but make sure the house is up to the latest regs. I think at the moment, as students, we need to make sure we got gas safety on a yearly basis. We got electrical safety. I think that's done on a yearly basis as well, and you can get a 10-year thing as well. And I think smoke alarms are important as well. Okay, and there's some other regulations that you can go into, but those are the main 3 that you want. And your landlord should also make sure that he protects your deposit in some kind of tenancy deposit scheme. So make sure that that is taken care of as well. Okay, so those are my 10 top tips. I hope this has been very informative for you. If I knew this stuff before I got my first 5-bedroom house, I would have had a much better time. But anyway, this is me, Paul Lawson. I'm a PhD student here, and I just thought I wanted to give some feedback to any prospective students going to Loughborough, or if you're in Loughborough and you're going into your first house. Really reflects for higher sort of people houses with, you know, 4, 5, 6 people. This is really what you want to take back from it. Anyway, I find Loughborough.accommodatio.com very, very good. They do all the things I say. Good houses for 5 people, lots of regs, nice houses. So if you need accommodation, go check it out. I highly recommend it. This is Paul Lawson, and thank you very much.